What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. We'll call this Monday Night Live. It's easier. I'll get rid of that. Tonight we're going to talk about how you can achieve your goals, train hard, whilst on a budget. I had a mate from high school ask this question. It's like, I'll give you a bit more context. He was telling me what he was eating. He said he wants to drop some body weight. And he was listing some of the foods that he was eating, and all I heard was like he was just eating like carb heavy meals, a little bit of fiber and all that, a lot of fruit. And I was like, where's the protein? Where's the vegetables? Throughout his day, there was barely any, except for like the milk, but milk's another thing. The issue that they really put to me was that he's trying to do it on a budget. I was like, all right, cool. And there are some certain ways you can kind of go around this when it comes to training hard. If you're a uni student or you're an apprentice, and you're really trying to train hard and you want to drop some body fat, get stronger. There's some real simple ways you can actually work around it. And the first way is, don't shop at a normal supermarket. Usually their prices are a lot higher than if you go to like for those people that live in Melbourne, Springvale or Dandenong markets are actually quite cheap when it comes to getting protein. And this is one thing I found in my mate who was not consuming enough protein, or pretty much nothing, except for the milk that he was having in the morning. And I was like, you need to get protein in somehow. If it's cans of tuna, if you really kind of like need some meat, some chicken mince, kangaroo mince. You can get mince these days, like just regular mince, for $6, $7 a kilo. If you just look around and try a little bit harder. Meal preparation didn't seem like it was there. It was just like whatever's pre-packaged or what was more grab and go, like fruit. Then what we wanted him to do is actually figure out he actually needs to eat a lot more protein. So a general guideline for those who are training quite hard on a regular basis, it's about 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. So for example, if he was 100 kilos, he would need to be eating about 160 to 220 grams of protein, not whole source meat. So that for example, 100 grams of mince is about 18 to 22 grams, depends if it's lean or not, of protein. So he would need to get get more protein from other sources. I'll get more protein in that way. So then it also comes down to, obviously his budget was an issue. Getting things that are on special. Cans of tuna are always on special. I think sometimes they're like $1 a can or something like that. Cheap way to get protein in. Eggs, another easy way to get protein in. And then you get frozen egg whites now. Pretty cheap. They're $8 for like 750 mils. Getting meat when it's about to expire, usually 1 or 2 days out. Supermarkets will mark the meat down. And getting protein, and for him it was getting protein in, number one, but you also got to get the frequency of protein as well. So you actually want to get protein in throughout the day. So you want to be able to space it out in between throughout the day. So if it's 30 grams of protein breakfast, maybe 20 grams as a snack, 30 grams at lunch, or whatever it is, getting it all protein shake or something like that. I'll come into that in a second. Needs to be spaced out throughout the day. And he was consuming protein shake, which is I have no issues with, but there are cheaper ways you can actually get protein powders these days. I think some places you can get like a kilo of protein powder for like $20. Whey concentrate, which is pretty pretty damn good. And that's an easy way to get protein into the diet, especially around training times, maybe before and after. One scoop before, one scoop after, or even during. Not buying commercial brands like Optimum Nutrition, avoiding brands like Optimum Nutrition. I can't remember any of them now. Like the typical like gold standard can be quite expensive for what it is. Going for more the wholesale ones like Bulk Nutrients, Venom Protein, My Protein, they're really good companies to actually buy from, and you just buy them online, and they're usually pretty cheap. Usually work out to be $20 to $30 per kilo. The more you buy, the more you save over time. And probably the last thing is if you want to save money, it also comes down to preparation. If you kind of have a good idea how many meals you're going to have during the day and you're preparing them, then you can actually budget out accordingly. So there's certain areas that you can save on food, like you buy frozen vegetables for $3 a kilo at Aldi, or the supermarket, not the car dealership. Then there's other ways you can go around it, buying food that kind of looks like not off, but looks odd. A lot of supermarkets are into that. Buying things that are on special, going to more the local markets like Dandenong Market, Springvale Market, and actually looking around and actually seeing what's cheap. You get sweet potatoes, Springvale Market, for less than 99 cents a kilo, which is some supermarkets sell for $6 to $7 a kilo sometimes when it's really that bad. So that's the way I would do it. Plan. I think it's the planning at the end of the day. Ask questions, where to go, what's cheap, and just plan. That's basically it. You just got to plan to do it and execute on the plan at the end of the day. Those are my 2 cents. Oh, by the way, I am not a nutritionist. I don't hold a degree in nutrition. But this is just my own experience and some of the research behind it. If you are wanting to lose weight, increasing your protein intake can actually help with that. I'm going to leave you with this analogy, and I just kind of came up with it today, is when people try and lose weight, all they do is focus on burning calories. And that's good and all, but what you would really want to focus on is actually creating a bigger engine or a bigger furnace. So it requires more fuel to keep it going. And as a result, the fuel that you've got stored within your body or your fats and all, be able to break it down and utilize it as a result. So the bigger the engine, the bigger the furnace, the stronger you get, more muscle mass you gain over time, the more the likelihood of you to actually require more calories, but also use what you've got as well. Rather than you want to look at the adaptation side rather than just trying to look at that short term. I'm burning 1,000 calories here, burning 1,000 calories there. And then the weight comes off. But then you feel like crap. You want to be able to have something that's sustainable long term, but also teaches you good habits along the way. I rambled on. I probably didn't make much sense. But until next time, peace.